Namaskar and welcome back to Laura Anika TV. Let me start by asking you a few questions. How many of you follow great writers and authors on YouTube, Instagram, or on your Facebook page? And how many of you know that this year is being celebrated as the International Year of Millets? And how many of you watch videos, reels, and shorts related to millets? I'm sure many of you do. And I'm really excited to say that today I have a special guest with me. He is a millet advisor, vlogger, and author. Please welcome Tapas Chandra Roy. He's the author of the book Millet Business Ideas. Hello, sir. Thank you for spending your meaningful time with me to make this episode. Thank you for agreeing with this. I'm very happy and pleased that you have joined me today over here to make this episode. And I read your book, sir. It's quite interesting. I learned about many more things. I was thrilled to understand the basics of millet and the business ideas and the things that have to be kept in mind before we start our millet business. And that when I read it, I was quite amazed.
Thank you, Laura. Laura, thank you so much for your nice words. And it's like hearing the words from the readers. It's like amazing for me also because this book has really reached so many readers and hope you have enjoyed that book.
Yes, sir. I enjoyed the book a lot. Now, sir, I'll be asking you a few questions based on your millet business. So let's start with question one. So my first and foremost question is why did you feel the need to write a book on millet business ideas and how is it relevant to the startup culture now?
Actually, I was thinking for the long time writing this book, but as I'm in this sector for the last 10 years, I have seen this difficulty because it is not this only helping the millet startups or the millet entrepreneurs, but the back of the mind always took me like we have to establish total value chain, starting from the farmers. So farmers will be more beneficial if more entrepreneurs comes into this millet business in this millet ecosystem. So to help farmers and to help the entrepreneurs, that was my back idea to write this book.
So, sir, like you understood the challenges entrepreneurs are facing, and then you thought of writing this book?
Yeah. Because I get lot of queries, not only from India, but different countries and also different states also. Because I've been working in these sectors, I write blogs and all that. So I have been connected to all these people, and I thought if that there is a necessary in this point of time, because this year will be celebrated as the International Year of Millets 2023. So India is leading in this movement, and I hope to be a part of this movement to help everyone.
Yes, sir. I also hope the same thing that your book will thrive this year, as this year is the International Year of Millet Business, including and among all, Odisha has also started the Millet Mission. Yes.
Yeah.
So my second question is, what are the types of millets and which millets are commonly used for consumption?
Basically, in India, we have 9 types of millets, but there are some millets grown in African countries like fonio and teff. But we mostly focus on 3 millets like finger millet, sorghum, and pearl millet. This is bajra, as we know. Because this is very easy to use and most of the area is covered with these 3 millets, and this comes under the measure millets. So easy to process, easy to consume. So and people have more affinity to these 3 millets because this goes well and they can make everything out of this. And rest of the millets like barnyard, kodo, little millet, foxtail, brown top, all these millets has a husk on it, and we take little like process like to process and remove the husk. So it takes also a long time to process that if we go manually. But nowadays it's becoming little easy for processing.
Yeah. So, sir, can as you know a lot about millets, this is my self query that do millets grow in only very specific areas, or they can grow like anywhere across the world? Yeah.
Uh, this is the crop which has grown around 5 to 7 thousand years back, and if the history says, but this has deteriorated, and it can grow in every soil. If you say every climate, it is grown in like Himalayas. Also, if you can say, if you say the northern side, eastern side, everywhere. And also, if you see the other countries, also it is most of our grown in African countries. So it can be grown because it has that ability to be more about drought resistance. It requires very less water. So subsequently, this make a very smart crop.
Oh, that's interesting to know about. When and why did millet go missing from our food chain?
See, if we consider like take India as a topic in this case, like after Green Revolution, and if we see the data and the area where it was grown, it has slowly deteriorated after that only. And in this decade, if I say this last 10 years, we have been talking more about millets because and it has come up and there is more demand from the consumers also, people also. So after that, uh, no doubt, the R&D has helped to increase the productivity of the millets, but production also remained the same as we see in case of India from the data as prescribed in the Indian Institute of Millet Research, that the data we have got.
Ah. So, sir, you mean that I want to know how did it go missing? It soon went missing, and nowadays scientists are discovering and doing R&D about the millets and their values. Earlier, people didn't know the values. That's why it soon reduced and went missing, sir.
Yeah, that is also part of that because we did not give much importance to millets in that years because people were not known, and we considered as a poor man's food. So it likes and the nutrients content what was there because they were not known. And subsequently, when wheat and rice, we have given more emphasis on that, and we have done if you say the R&D or the because we were also lagging in food security at
Oh,
that point of time. But
yes.
nowadays we have totally shifted up, and now, as I say, India also leading in good position in the food in that context. But
Yes.
the position is now that we need to shift our food security to nutritional security. So nutrition comes first. So we are emphasizing on millets.
Okay. So why is millet called a superfood, and what are the main nutrients that are present in it?
Every millet has its unique properties. It has unique nutrients. If you say like finger millet, right, known as ragi, it has the calcium like 364 mg per 100 gram of grains. So it has rich nutrients, means nutrient in terms of like it has good calcium, magnesium, zinc, and the most important is the rich in fiber. So any food that is good in fiber, it also develops our gut microbes, and also we had we it's like it's a help in digestions also. So we require in that sense also.
So, like as you gave an example of finger millet, even my parents suggest that mixing the dosa dough with some ragi, at least one handful amount of ragi, is good. Then you make it has kind of brown texture, and but still it's quite healthy to eat. Now, my next question is, why should we eat it? Like, who is it for? For children, adults, or the elderly?
See, it is not the basic of the children because a children or a baby can have millet just after completion of 6 months. And if you go to the southern part of India, you will see most of the houses. If you see most of the houses, they started with ragi, and that is the true sense. And if you see like elderly or maybe the people who are in the young generation, they also need a diverse food. And in diverse food, we should not focus only in wheat and rice, but if millets comes into that plate, so we should also bring them and include in regular diet. So everyone, each and every person, like maybe a children, maybe the school going children, because it has the nutrients which is the natural nutrients. So
Hmm.
it's not like other supplements. So so we can have, and we have also seen that this food has given moreover more energy,
Hmm.
and also we do not feel more hungry, or maybe and digestion part, or maybe the research also says that it is good for weight loss, because it is also good for the diabetic patients. So nowadays the diabetic patients are also taking millets, including because diabetes is mostly seen in the elderly age, like 50 or 60, like that. So they can also consume millet.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So now I understood that it's mostly for all ages. For all
Yes, yes,
ages, it is
definitely,
healthy.
definitely, definitely.
We can
Yeah,
even make
definitely.
snacks out of these millets, and that is healthy for weight loss or people who have diabetes and many more.